Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now McNair. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They're going to need some therapy after this. Sponge. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll run with Hunt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Here's Anthony McFarland to return from his end zone.
Solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Lance now on first down.
Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Chubb will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Here's McNair.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it, but third down coming up.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. McNair to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Room here to run. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Denzel Mims
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw, McNair. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On the give, this is Dorsett. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Dorsett. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Now McNair. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And Lance's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. action. Now it's Lance. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he's got room. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll give it to Chubb, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, and the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. On 1st down, it's McNair. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. McNair, he sets to fire deep. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff comes to Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That's caught right side by Mims. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Lance now on 1st down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Trey Lance keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
McNair. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now it's Dorsett. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. From the gun, here's McNair. And Ingram holds it in. They find some open field here. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check 26, check. Check 31.
They'll run. It's Dorsett. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Let him know. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54, 54. Hey, what's the ball? What's the 60 Mike 54. Quit talking about it.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, McNair. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Single receiver. Check 27. Eyes on 27.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He'll buy some time right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Denzel Mims, 87 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Lance. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
McNair's throw complete here to Ayuk.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now a throw to the end zone.